think we're live.
I think we're live.
Are we live?
There we go.
Hey,
we are
we're
live.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Hopefully we're live in the right place.
If you can see us, give us a thumbs up or a heart or something so that we know you're there. Maybe?
Maybe.
It's so much different than a Zoom where you can see people.
It's really different from Zoom.
Yeah. Let me check and see if... Renee, can you see us?
I'm wondering, are we on the page or in the group? Page? No. It doesn't tell me. It just says we're live.
Okay. Well,
The Woolly Thistle says hi, so I guess Renee can see us. Ah, yes, people are popping in. Okay, great.
fantastic. Hi.
Always wondering, like, are we in the right place?
I think we have a reputation of showing up a
Hello.
minute or two late to our own party.
I know.
So.
But yes, people are here. Okay, hi Jana, and DM Corbally, and Donna. Yes, okay, great, we're live. Yay, thank you.
Woo!
It always looks a little weird on the admin side of it.
I know it looks lonely on the admin side.
It does.
So.
All right.
Hey Dale. Hi Mary Jo. Carrie. So is everyone here waiting for their sock bag reveal, or are you waiting to see what sock bags look like?
Can we talk about that t-shirt? Thank you. I got this t-shirt a few years ago from I think the company's called Ink and Light. It was a fundraiser for a local New Hampshire Great Bay Woolworks, and I saw it online on Instagram, and it was an absolute impulse purchase. But I like it. Fits well.
I think I'm the only one not wearing a sheep t-shirt here today. It seems like everybody else out front is wearing a Woolly Thistle shirt or a sheep shirt, or I did not get the memo.
Waiting to receive my sock bag. So our fulfillment team is hard at work in the back of the shop getting all the orders are going out today with all the sock bags. So you should all have your bags very soon. Hello, Marsha.
Hi, Marsha. Marsha and I talk regularly. So Mary Jo, tell your sister to not come today. We are not open. We are not open today.
Yeah, we're doing the last minute setup in the shop. It is quite busy and we're really excited.
Yeah.
A little nervous and really excited.
What was the word you said?
Nervous-sighted.
Nervous-sighted. Okay. I was going to say not nauseous-sighted.
No. My youngest and I used to watch, Irene used to love My Little Pony, and one of the ponies she would get really nervous-sighted. That was the word that she used for everything.
Yeah, My Little Pony was not in my kids' realm of.
Yeah.
So I missed those.
Yeah, so the local shopping event to help us test our systems is tomorrow. So, yeah. So if you're local and in the area, you should have gotten an email about that.
Yeah. So somebody very astutely said it was like swatching before you're knitting. Mm-hmm. So we're swatching with maybe the wrong size yarn and the wrong size needles and seeing how it works out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
well, sometimes you think you have the right yarn and the right needles, and it's not till you cast on that you're like, these don't work together.
Yeah, exactly.
Or these are great, but not for that pattern.
Yeah. So we're having a big old swatch party tomorrow.
Yes.
So all right.
Did you bring your knitting? I thought you brought your knitting. Do you want to? Did you leave it?
It's in there. Shall I go grab it quick?
Yeah, why don't you go grab your knitting?
I'll be back.
And then while we're waiting for Jill, I might go ahead and show you. We got a couple of new books in the shop the other day. We got Lakeside Stitches. This book is really, all of the new books are really great, but this one has a bunch of really great patterns, kids, adults. Look at this vest, which I think this vest is knit with BAMs. I left my vest at home. Here is Jill. I was just showing them Lakeside Stitches because this book is so pretty. Lots of hats. So this one is in the shop. And Jill is back with her knitting.
I'm back with my knitting. So first of all, if you had thought about joining us for the Best Cal and you were like, but it's already started and I'm way behind, this is all the farther I am on my vest. I'm doing the Simple Pie vest. Yeah, Simple Pie using Peace Fleece. It's in this beautiful salmony orange color, and I'm in love with it.
It's so pretty.
So yeah,
I love their yarns are so heathered. So you can see it's got that pink and purple, yellow.
There actually is. There's some purple. There's like a real deep fuchsia in there, and some yellow.
It's gorgeous.
So yeah,
it feels nice.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of my little hand knit or my hand wound ball because it's nice and squishy.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I have that, and I am still working on my shawl from the Shawl Cal. So I'm getting very, very, very close.
It's really pretty.
So,
what's the name of the pattern again?
It's the Basilica shawl, and I'm knitting mine with Darnie, which is the Studio Donegal tweed yarn that we just started stocking recently, and I'm loving it. So I think I've got 2 more rows of the green and then 6 rows of white, and then I'll be done. So
it's really pretty.
Very, very soon, and I'm carrying it all in my carry-all. So.
And it fits great in there.
It does. I've got my wallet. I have my knitting. I have a few other little odds and ends. So yeah.
I love that you always bring your knitting to work.
I do.
Even though we rarely knit at work.
It's like my security blanket. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't use it, I know it's there, and I can just go rub it and pet it. And
it's great too, because then if you get stuck, I hate when I get stuck out and I didn't anticipate having time to have where I had to sit and wait,
mm-hmm.
and inevitably I don't have knitting with me.
Mm-hmm.
I used to keep knitting in my car, but then I found I inevitably wouldn't be waiting, and then then I never worked on it.
So when we lived in Indiana a number of years ago, there were 2 train tracks in our town, and trains stopped regularly. So the chance of being stuck by a train was high, and so I always had my knitting for the train tracks. But here, I've not crossed a train track since we have lived in New Hampshire. Okay. So I don't know if I'm just lucky or there just aren't as many. But yeah, so I don't need train track knitting anymore. So
yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Sock bags.
Sock bags.
Sock bags, because you're here for the sock bags.
So we're sorry for all the crinkling. They are crinkly.
So this one is Ravel and Rome. Comes in the light colored bag, and Maggie has Skein-full excursions.
Yes, and we are starting to get low, so if you've been waiting, if you've not been sure, now's the time. The time.
You want to go first?
Sure, I can go first. So inside the Skein-full excursions bag, you get 4 different yarns. Both bags include a skein of Rambler, which is our house yarn. And then so crinkly. The Skein-full excursions bag also has ginger twist in a variety of colors. So this one's this lovely vibrant orange. The names on these are great. This one's called Melon Balls on Fire. So that it has 2 skeins of Exmoor in the same colors so that you can make a matching pair of socks. Ooh. Rambler, which I love, and then Tuku wool sock. So, and that's a sport weight finish wool. It is an 80/20. It has 20% biodegradable polyamide, which I know you've looked into how the biodegradable.
Yeah. So someone emailed one time and they said, I really like this idea of biodegradable, but are my socks gonna last as long? And I said, I would think so, but let me check on that. And I did some research, and yeah, so the biodegradable polyamide will not degrade unless it's in the appropriate environment for degradation to happen. So it has to be oxygen-free, the right temperatures, all those things. So when anything knit with that would go into, say, a landfill, once it's completely covered over with everything else and there's no more air getting to it, then it will start to degrade. So
Okay.
just in your wash, it's not going to degrade. In your sock drawer, it's not going to degrade.
Right.
Only when you want it to will it.
Okay.
So
Well, that's good.
I can't imagine putting socks in the landfill, but
No,
yeah.
me either. But and then each bag also has a pattern suggestion card for you to give you ideas for sock patterns. 2 little cards with our little or stickers with our little sheep on it. I love this graphic. Oop, sorry. And then if you order through Sunday, you get a TWT Euro sticker. These are brand new to us, and they're just so fun.
So fun fact: the ginger twist yarn. I think a lot of you are familiar that my husband and youngest child and I lived in Switzerland for 4 years, and our last trip in Europe before moving back to New Hampshire was to Edinburgh, Scotland. And so I was messaging the group here, and Corinne said, "Are you going to Ginger Twist?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it's on our list. We always try to hit the local yarn shops, but I said I haven't been there yet." And she says, "Great, tell them that you're from us," because she said they're working on our sock bag yarn. And so I walked in and I said, "Hey, I work for the Woolly Thistle," and they said, "Oh, we have your yarn right here." And I have a picture on my phone of me standing next to this pile of two of the colors of the yarn that they were in the process of skeins. So it was really fun to actually see it in the wild.
Yeah,
And,
it was fun to get that photo. Of
yeah.
Oh, look.
So that was a lot of fun.
Elaine is watching us from the UK. Hello, Elaine. Oh, sunny and warm here. Very humid here.
Yeah.
So humid.
So,
Do you want to show us the Ravel and Roam
sure.
bag?
Okay, so Ravel and Roam is the other bag that we have. This is in a natural colored bag, and I'll try to be quiet with my.
I know.
So here's all the fun in this particular one. So you're same weight. You're going to get 400 grams of sock yarn.
Mm-hmm.
We have a skein of Mondim from Rosaria, and that one is.
It's
is it
a
eight-
sport
yeah.
weight. It's 100% non-superwash wool.
Yeah.
Or not sport weight. I'm sorry. It's a fingering
Fingering
weight.
weight from Portugal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. A skein of Rambler in this one. 2 skeins of Daughter of a Shepherd Drover.
I love that.
Yeah, it smells nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice and sheepy.
And this one has a ball of Zauberball, the Zauberball Crazy Ball. So that one, they change color. Or they don't change color. After you've knitted it, it's going to stay the same color as what you started, but the yarn fades from one color to another.
Yeah.
So and it's a barber pulled. Yeah, it's a barber pulled yarn. So there's that.
I think it'd be really fun to take 2 Zauberballs and stripe them.
Yes, I've seen patterns that have that.
Yeah.
I have used Zauberball for socks. I knitted my oldest a bow tie out of Zauberball years ago.
Oh, how fun.
So yeah, it was a very fun tie. And then same suggestion card and stickers in this bag. So
Yes. We'll put
That's-
these back together after
yeah.
so we don't crinkle. And as with many of our bags, you trust us to pick the colors. So we have all kinds of assortments. I know there's another bag back there. Here's another sort of, so you can see what choices you might get. This is the Ravel and Roam. So you can see this one has the, what is it called? Roseberry topping, which is the marled Daughter of a Shepherd. I love this one. Oh, that's right. We have to show the socks. We'll show the link socks in a minute. There's this great red for the Mondim. They are in the basket. Different color option for the Zauberball. And another version, or another color of Rambler.
this is another one of the Skeins Excursions. We remembered the different names because Skeins Excursion was all skeins of yarn. Ravel and Roam had balls and skeins.
Mm-hmm.
So this one has 2 of blue Exmoor and this lovely, this one is called Millions of Peaches.
Love that
And every
color.
time I think I've decided my favorite color of Ginger Twist, I change my mind.
Yep.
So another Rambler. and a tuku in this lovely green. I just picked up a couple skeins of that to make a shawl recently. So
Nice.
and then also, so you're gonna get an email, the links pattern that Kelsey has written for us. Here are, yeah,
I know the camera reverses
it's backwards,
on us.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's called the Lynx pattern. It has this really lovely pattern, textured pattern on the front, and then a little bit
and one,
on the
yeah,
back
one row
too.
down the back. So
yeah, and you can either knit it with. She gives you instructions for contrasting heels, cuffs, and toes, or just solid.
if you're a person that wears clogs in the wintertime, that would be a fun little.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it's got the little accent on the back. So
yeah, these are so great.
mm-hmm.
And so yes, you'll get a PDF download for this free pattern.
Yep.
When you purchase the
these
software.
were both knit with Rambler. I'm not sure. I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember if you said that or not. So
Yep. Oh yeah, I don't know if I said that.
yeah. So that's, you'll also get the PDF of that.
Great. All right. If you have any questions, you can pop them in. Otherwise, I think we had one more thing that we wanted to show today, which was our new book bundle.
Yes.
Which comes out. What is that sock ruler? We do have sock rulers in the shop. These actually are sock blockers, which are also in the shop. They're really convenient for, especially that first wash. I usually don't. I don't always block my socks. I usually do with the first washing, especially if they've got textured or lace or some kind of pattern on them. It just kind of opens it up and smooths it out. And honestly, I really like the plastic ones, because then you don't have to worry about the wood ones. Always make me a little nervous because water and wood don't go great together. So that's what these are. But sock rulers are really, really convenient. If you don't have one, I do highly recommend them, especially if you tend to knit socks for other people, which I do. And sometimes it's just really convenient to know exactly how long to knit, and you stick that sock ruler in there.
The sock ruler works for if you're knitting top down or toe up, because you can stick it down all the way in the end if you're knitting toe up, and it'll tell you how far you're, until you get to the heel. The other way, you can do it from top down to knit your cuff and to the right length.
Yeah.
So yeah, sock blockers also come in 3 sizes. So they're like a small, I think is maybe a women's size up to a 7, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, and then there's a medium size and then there's a large size. So so you want to get, you don't want to go too far over what your size is so that you don't get stretched out.
Yeah, like you can see, this sock I think is a little bit bigger than the blocker that we happen to have open in the shop. So, but still works. Book bundle.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can reach that. We have a new book bundle that launches in the shop. You can go and preview the page now in the shop, but they go on sale next Friday.
So we've got.
And it's funny. I'm the one holding the box.
Oh,
no, you can hold the box. It's just funny having that little moment.
I'm the new kid, so I have to do the hard work.
So each book bundle includes a TWT small tote, and then I'm pretty excited about this book bundle. It includes the books of choice are the Thursday Murder Club series. It's the first 2 books in the series by Richard Osman. So it has the Thursday Murder Club and The Man Who Died Twice. I'm so looking forward to reading these. They seem really, really good. You get 3 balls of 5-ply from Jamieson and Smith, which is their sport weight Guernsey yarn. It's new. I think we're celebrating its 1-year anniversary around now. So if you haven't tried it yet, this is a great chance to try it. You will get a pattern suggestion card, a digital pattern suggestion card. It will be emailed to you. We have these. Oh, where did they go?
They're in the, they jumped out. They're scabies.
We have little stitch stoppers for your knitting needles. So you get a pair of little foxes. And then the only thing that's not is still in transit there on their way. You get a stitch marker set that has a cute little fox on it. And they will be here by next Friday. So
yeah, I realized just this morning, I've been walking past these books all week, that both of the books have a fox on the cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh, that's why everything is fox related. So
yes. Yeah. So I don't think that there's a fox in the story, but We couldn't resist because it was so cute on the books.
So yeah, that's
Jennifer says fabulous book series.
Oh,
yes,
that's good
I
to
keep
know.
hearing great things about it, so I'm planning these as one of my summer reads.
Yeah.
But my summer read list is really long, just like my summer knit list.
I have about 45 minutes each way commute to work, so I do mostly audiobooks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I do a mix of everything.
Mhm.
I've been known to get both the audiobook and the hard copy of the book,
Yeah,
so that I can go back and forth,
I've done that too.
which is a little gluttonous, but it's what I like. So
I always like it when that happens. And recently, I bought a book that I really liked, but wasn't getting enough knitting time, and so I happened to look for the audiobook, and it was on sale for like $2.80 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, for $3, I will do that.
yeah,
So yeah. Oh, I know I did have a question. Somebody came in email wanting to know how, like, if you're a magic loop knitter or a double point knitter or two socks on or two circulars, or how you do and why you pick one over the other.
Oh, me personally?
Well, you know, just in general, like, so they wanted to know what kind of our takes on.
I know Corinne, I think, is a magic looper. I think at this point have tried all the methods. I can't do two. My sister, I think, does the two needles. I am that person who always grabs the wrong needle and then I've twisted everything up and have to rip back. So I've stopped doing that. I don't do that. I don't like magic loop, generally speaking. I will use it like sometimes if I'm knitting sleeves or something like that and I just don't have, if that's the only needle I have. It feels fiddly to me to be always moving the needle around.
Yeah.
So I like either the flips or my DPNs.
All right.
I knit a lot of things on DPNs and I just really like them.
So we're like the yin and yang of knitting, because I only do magic loop.
Yeah.
I can do double points. I don't do well with the flips, but I can use them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do two at a time on a magic loop.
Yeah.
So,
I find my tension, I like the flips, but I find my tension is actually a little bit looser on them for some reason than the DPNs. So I like the fit of, if I'm knitting socks, I'm finding I actually like the finished fit better with my DPNs. So that's just kind of my standard go-to. For sleeves, my preference is the shorties. So I use those all the time for sleeves. I like small. I like them small, but they're not too small. Whereas like the 9-inch circular, the tips are a little too small.
Yeah.
So I can do it, but I don't enjoy that. So usually I'm DPNs.
Yeah. And I'm if I don't do two at a time, I never finish the second one, because I get bored. I have second suck syndrome badly.
I cast on right away.
Oh yeah.
I finished the first one and right away. Otherwise,
yeah. There's no second. I don't cast on the second one.
The ones where the ones where I haven't cast on right away, those are the ones where now I have a languishing first sock.
Yeah.
And it's harder to go back. So now I just cast on right away.
So yeah. So, and I believe the customer had asked too, was there advantages to one or the other? I think it's very much personal preference.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I know my first pair of socks I knit with DPNs, and then I tried all the different methods. I think that there's benefits in trying the different methods and seeing what you like or don't like. And sometimes even if it's not your favorite, you might find that you're knitting something where it's just good to have experience having done that method before. So it can't hurt to try it.
It's kind of like using a calculator with math. You know, you have to learn how to, you should know how to do it, all the different ways.
Right.
But then once you have your favorite way, then stick to it, because
right. I think same thing for knitting styles. Like generally, I'm a continental knitter. I can throw. I'm better at it now because knitting so much color work. I tend to hold one in each hand. But when I first started throwing, it was really clunky.
Yeah. See, and I throw exclusively. My husband is also an avid knitter, and he started throwing, and in the last year or so has converted completely to continental.
Okay.
And he used to be a really tight knitter. Like, he would have to go up at least 2 needle sizes on every project.
Oh wow.
And now is much looser. And we used to talk about doing like a group project, a blanket together or something, and we're like, we can never do that because our gauge is so different. that we'd have to change needle sizes. And now we're almost the same. So yeah, his continental gauge is so much looser than
if you were doing a blanket project, as if you were knitting squares, as long as you were both getting gauge.
Yeah, that would be okay. But we were looking at the Stephen West like shawl logger, like that schlanket thing that was and that one we wouldn't have been able to.
Right.
But we could now, so maybe.
That's great.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thank you, Renee. Renee is answering questions about the sock bag and the price. I am so sorry. I often forget to mention the price. But there is a link. They are live in the shop now, and they are shipping now. So if you order, we will get it out to you ASAP.
Yep. They do qualify for free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something else that you want to add to the order, it's not gonna increase your shipping costs any, because it's already free.
Yeah.
So.
And Heather says, I only knit socks on DPNs. However, I sometimes knit 2 at a time. I have 2 at a time going right now, but they're not the same sock yarn. So it's just really 2 pairs on the go.
Okay, so Heather, when you knit your 2 at a time on DPNs, do you have a set of DPNs and a set of DPNs? Because I've seen some people that will knit like a tube inside a tube on one set of DPNs. And they'll have like 1 yarn in each hand and alternate.
Oh, almost like double knitting?
Yeah, it's like double knitting. And I tried it one time just to see, and I only did just a tiny little section. And my gauge isn't close enough that I could do it. But someone that I know that did do it, they said it worked great until they made a mistake on, like, they knit 2 together, and then they had this tube that was connected by 1 stitch.
Oh,
so
that's a bummer.
So yeah.
Marcia is using 9-inch circs. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the 9-inch circs. I just find my hands kind of cramp up after a while.
Yeah, mine do too. So yeah.
All right.
All right. What time is it? Oh, 12:27.
It's about 12:20. Yeah, almost 12:30.
That's gone quickly.
It has gone really quickly. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for joining me here. I
Yeah,
think this is our first live together.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
So yeah. So we did the Christmas. I did the Christmas Day cast on with Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. We couldn't figure out how to get her logged in.
Yeah, because you weren't in the same location.
Yeah, we were not in the same house. But yeah, so now we've done one together. And
great. So, I'm sure this is not our last.
I'm sure not. So.
And Heather says she's using 2 sets of needles.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I always worry that there's gonna be 1 stitch.
Yeah, that would make me nervous. And Elaine uses DPNs too. I love my DPNs. I know not everybody does, but I love mine.
I use them for some things.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's plenty of room for knitting, everybody, and there's no knitting police. If you're happy.
Yeah, I do whatever makes you happy with your knitting. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your week and weekend, and we'll see you later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.